Alright. Welcome to SideboardMTG. My name's Eric, and it's time for Sultai Climb here on Let's Play MTG. So, I've actually been putting this deck off for a while, and probably should have played it earlier, honestly. Yeah, probably should have played it earlier. We played it for the Patreon games. The deck did really well, and people wanted to see more of it, so here we are. We're going to jump into a league. I hope you guys enjoy the show. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, what is up? Let me get rid of this. Bam! Man, I'm missing some light again, as always. Alright, anyway, what's up everyone? Man, yeah, I gotta have that other light on. This shadows and everything. Give me 1 second, guys. You hear nothing? How about now? You already smashed that like button? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone that's smashing that like button. That helps more people get a chance to see the content, man. The more people that see the content, the more chance that I may or may not be able to get them to subscribe. So if you want to help grow the community, smash that like button. It helps a lot. All right. So we just got like, I don't know, $200 worth of cards from manatraders. Flat rate, play any deck. I just actually grabbed a modern deck, so if something happens and we get done with this early, I'm going to play a little bit of modern here for you guys, and I hope you like it. I've been playing around with this deck a little bit in modern. It's KCI, and Matt Nash took this to top 8 finish in GP Phoenix right before I left Phoenix, and man, I tell you, this deck was just super sweet, and I've played around with it a little bit, put my own little spice to it. The deck is, oh my goodness, we're talking turn 3 Emrakul, right? Like crazy. But that's not what we're playing tonight. We're playing some Sultai Climb, right? Remember, if you want to play this deck, modern, legacy, even vintage, whether it's in paper or online, you got to check out manatraders. There's a link in the description box. When you use the link and you do sign up, make sure you also use SideboardMTG 15 to save you 15% on your first 3 months. So that's pretty good savings. You know, that'll help you buy pretty lands and stuff like that. I kind of like these old mud border lands. I don't know what you guys call them. I just call them mud border. You know, that old brown border. I kind of like it. Between that and the full arts and things like that, you know, you can save enough money to really, what is it called? Pimp my ride, pimp my deck. Man, we need to make a show like that, right? Pimp my deck. Anyway, that might be funny. Oh, wait, gotta hide it. There's no way you know what that blue can is. No way. Right? You didn't see nothing. Nothing. Could be Pabst Blue Ribbon for all you know. It's soda. It's soda. Alright, it's a cola. Right? Liter of cola. I don't want a large farva. Anyway, what's up, Hefe? What's up, Jeffrey, Justin Clay, Rush, Jizza? Still keep doing the Gaza. Brandon Hall, time to tap some mana and sling some spells. That is right, sir. Luke, what's up, fella? Thank you guys for letting me know I was muted. Appreciate it. Oh, we would have went 10 minutes in this thing if I had to look down. I would have just, if it wasn't for you guys. You guys mean so much to the content. No lie. Ramo, this deck These decks hate it when you bounce their climb with the trigger to flip on the stack. Wow, what are you bouncing it with, man? I'm curious. What, consign or something? Seems good. Sultai Climb is gas. Looking forward to seeing this. Well, I hope we do well with it. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Fate Reforged had to be the best lands, you think? Fate? Or Fate Forged? Okay. PBR can. You're a big fan? No, it's not PBR. It's cola, but man, I can't stand the aftertaste of PBR. I've never been a big fan of beer. Yeah, so need something with at least 51% corn in it. You know, that's bourbon for those of you that don't know. Yeah, one of the rules to be in bourbon has got to be 51%, and then has to be made in a brand new oak barrel. It's kind of the major rules. How do you type emojis, Cosmo? There's an emoji thing where you can use just like the regular emojis that are from like YouTube and stuff, and there's quite a few of those. Like, I don't know, they all look like this, but if you sign up and sponsor the stream here on YouTube Gaming, you'll get a host of emojis. Can I move that? There we go. I think you should be able to see it down there at the bottom. Oh no, it moved. There we go. You should be able to see them at the bottom here. We've got quite a few emojis here for the channel. These are specific to the channel. So if you guys want to get these emojis, right? I'm gonna spend some time on the coffee emoji. Like I did not yesterday, but I'm gonna spend some time on that one. But that's our newest emoji. But if you sponsor the stream, you get all of our emojis. We've currently got 8 emojis, so you can get those. Absolutely, like this, like it, subscribe. You know you wanna. Anyway, you're coming back anyway. Come on back. Also, YouTube has changed their notification algorithm recently. So if you didn't hit the bell, sometimes you'll get a notification, sometimes you will not get a notification. If you hit the little bell beside the subscribe, then you're supposed to receive notifications every time I go live. But with the new all right, I got a twin. Okay. With the new YouTube algorithm, like if you don't hit the notification bell, you're probably not going to get notifications, period, anymore. So I know some people were asking about that though. Don't mention the coffee cup. Having flashbacks, right? It's a community channel. It's for the community, but it's my channel, and I do maintain last word on everything. You know, it's if it's not mine, then it feels like work, and as long as it's mine, it's not work, and I love being here. So yeah, that's just kind of how streaming goes for me. So let's talk about this deck, shall we? Right? I mean, it's a cool deck. Like, let's just be plain here. Servant of the Conduit into a Bristling Hydra on turn 3 is pretty good. And if you don't have that line, Glentsleeve Siphoner that lives is pretty good. So these are all some really good plays. Honestly though, in this deck, more times than not, I'm wanting to see Servant on turn 2 if I have a Hydra. If I don't have a Hydra, I would rather play either a Winding Constrictor or a Glentsleeve Siphoner. So that's kind of where we're at with this one. A lot of you guys are familiar with many different versions of this deck. People have been playing Green-Black Snake since the Snake was printed. Even before the Snake was printed, we had a little 1-mana enchantment. Man, I can't think of the name of it, but it had basically the same printing on it as the Snake. It was a 1-mana enchantment that it said whenever you put a counter, put that many plus 1 more on it. I can't think of the name of it. I know one of you guys played that deck. You're going to be able to tell me. But man, we used to have this in this like Mistcloaked Hydra or something like that, or Spell something Hydra, that every time someone cast a spell, you'd put a counter on it. You could have that enchantment down, and oh man, things would go insane. Like this Hydra would get so big. Walking Ballista in a counters deck? Really? Would we do that? Yeah, there's 4-0, buddy. Absolutely. You know we got some walking ballista up in this thing. Yeah, hardened scales. Hardened scales, that was it. You got it, Rush. My man, he coming to the rescue right there. I got you, Rush. Thank you. Or you got me. I appreciate it. Verdurous Gearhulk, man. This card's great. I've seen people like throw the Scarab God in the deck and things like that, but for the most part, Verdurous Gearhulk's just it's just awesome. It's awesome. Verdurous Gearhulk coming down, you can put, you know, a counter on it, a counter on some of your other dudes. Just absolutely terrific. A lot of times you can come down with Hadana's Climb on turn 3 when you don't have your Hydro start. And then if they can't get rid of the climb, then you start putting counters on stuff. Follow that up, you know, with a turn 4 Verdurous Gearhulk or something like that. And I mean, because you can do that in this deck. Turn 4 Gearhulk is possibility. So if you get to come across some of those lines, then you're talking some massive power, extremely quick. I mean, you're looking at turn 6, you know, your Hadana's Climb's already flipped. You've got a Verdurous Gearhulk down. Like, we're talking this thing just being insane. Insane, insane. Either way, let's talk about some of the other cards here that maybe I didn't. I see you guys in chat. You're like, don't forget about Rishkar Ramp. Rishkar Ramp is really good. So he will put 2+1/1 counters onto a creature, or onto up to two creatures. Now, the unfortunate part about that is if you only have one creature to target, you're only going to get one counter, or one instance of one counter. So if you have a snake down, you'll get 2 counters on that creature, but I mean, that's basically they have to kill Rishkar in response, right? Or kill the snake in response. Worst case scenario, you're playing Rishkar on 3 as a 3/3 that has the potential to be a servant of the conduit from that point forward. Now, one of the things that used to actually catch me in a bind is I would always forget that these creatures are basically only Llanowar elves. They can only produce green mana. So that is something we need to worry about. But there's also some really sick lines where you get, I don't know, say a counter on Rishkar, a counter on your Winding Constrictor, a counter on, you know, a couple other things, and you're tapping all of those to buff, you know, a Winding or a Walking Ballista late game. We're talking it's very easy to start putting 2 and even 3 counters per turn on a Walking Ballista when you're in those board stalls and stuff. All this deck just pulls through those situations like it's nothing. I mean, it's just a breeze to pull through most board stalls, unless they just have a ton of blockers. The beautiful part about the ton of blockers is if we do get to flip our climb, Hadana's Climb becomes the Winged Temple of Araska. The Winged Temple gives you flying, and it will double the power and toughness. Well, not actually double the power and toughness. It'll get... So if you've got a 4/3, you'll add 4 to both the power and the toughness. So you get +X, where X is the creature's power. So that's pretty cool. Like if you were doing this on something like, I don't know, wow. I mean, can you imagine it on a Carnage Tyrant, right? We're looking at a Carnage Tyrant being a 14/13. So, you know, that's some serious power right there. Now, yeah, there's other decks like, yeah, this card's broken. It's not a GPG on turn 3 or turn 4, but the card's still very, very good. And I think the card's got a lot of staying power. I mean, at first I was downing on the card a little bit, but it is a must answer. And even if you don't flip it, it starts turning your little bodies, like, I don't know, say a Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Once a Glint Sleeve Siphoner is all of a sudden a 3/2 with Menace, and then the next turn it's a 4/3 with Menace. Like, this starts getting out of hand very, very quick. The best thing I have done is get 3 counters on it, you know, get it up in the air. It's pretty good, right? You're looking at swinging 10 with Menace in the air, and that's pretty sweet. I'll take it. I will take it. Now, we do have some protection spells here. We've got a couple Blossoming Defense, a couple Fatal Push. of course, we have to be running Vraska's Contempt because there's so many Phoenixes, there's so many other things that just absolutely have to be answered. So, Ramo wants to know how you did at the GP, Cosmo. I'm a little curious myself. You played against this in Seattle GP twice. It was a pain to deal with. You was playing Grixis mid-range. It is a pain to deal with, but did you beat it? That's my question. Did you beat it? Because I actually think Grixis mid-range destroys this deck. Mainly because you have about as many kill spells as they have creatures in a given game. So, Splash Red for Fling! Right? What's up, Retro Arcade? Robert, what's up? You love you some Gearhulk? Man, me too, buddy. Me too. You finally got a playset of Torrentials? Wow. What do you put a playset of Torrentials in? Like, even Blue-Black Control only runs 3 into the Scarab Gods. Man, that's scary. A playset? Well, you'd put a playset in red-blue Control, which, honestly, guys, I actually think red-blue Control is not bad right now. We haven't played it in a really long time. We've seen it a lot at the beginning of Ixalan, and then as Ixalan started to come out, you know, we got Vraska's Contempt and things like that, and people started splashing, you know, black in their red-blue Control, and we ended up like Grixis Control, and then that developed into Grixis mid-range and things like that. So, right, Cosmo, you did beat it. It's hard, but like Grixis is the deck that, as long as Grixis was heavy in the meta, this deck was being held down. And right now, Grixis mid-range, even though it is still hailed as one of the better decks in the format, I personally put it right beside the red-green Kenriz deck for being one of the better decks, period. Like right now, if you wanted to play a top-tier deck, my first 3 picks that I would put someone on is mono red if you need budget. If you're not worried about budget at all and you want a nice mid-range strategy that can answer things, and you want to feel like you're control, or even have the option to switch into control out of the sideboard, Grixis mid-range all the way. If you want a solid mid-range deck that is just, you know, hammer down, like it's somewhere between aggro and mid-range, I'm gonna say, you know, that red-green Kenriz deck is just super sweet right now. And if you're looking for a combo-esque style, I'm loving me some blue-red GPG. You know, even Val's like, I want that in paper. I've got to have that deck in paper. Val even likes that deck, guys. So I would say, you know, if you want that combo-esque style feel, blue-red GPG is going to be the way to go. If you wanted something that was a little more tried and true in the GPG, maybe try the blue-white. But honestly, I actually think blue-red is just a little bit more done, you know. It is more of that combo feel with the, you know, the, I'm going to take 3 combat steps. This Val's like, it's true. I do. I'm glad you're here, Val. Thank you. You know, much props to Val. She just fed me some awesome tacos, right? Jizza says red-green monsters would be his pick for the top to play. It's up there. And then I didn't mention a control deck. Like, if you wanted a pure control deck right now, I'm going to say that blue-black control is it. You could splash Esper if you just needed a way to deal with like enchantments or stuff. But actually, I think that the blue-black control could actually splash green for Vraska better than it could anything else, and I think the Vraska would actually be a really good number for the blue-black control. So we did see a version of blue-black control that was splash red for Bolas, splash green for Nissa, or for Vraska. So that did top 8 here a while back. I forget which event it was, but yeah, we do see that from time to time. Anyway, it's you guys ready to play a little Magic? Huh? I'm ready. Let's talk about this sideboard real quick, and then we will. One of the things I have to point out here is we've got a Boggles thing going on here. You get a Hydra down, and you throw a Cartouche of Ambition on a Hydra, they better have a board wipe. That's all I gotta say. They better have a board wipe, because it's about to get sick. We got some Thrashing Brontodons here, some Brashing Throntodon. Old Brash, he's good. A 4th copy of Vraska's Contempt. Argyle's Bloodfast, just a great way to start drawing some cards in a control matchup. Trade our life points in for those cards. We know how life doesn't matter all the way down to the last point, right? So why not? In certain situations, we'll just be trading life for cards non-stop. Only real hindrance right there is how much mana do you have to pump into it. It does cost 1 black, 1 colorless, and 2 life to draw that card. So that needs to be driven to despair. It's your new fling. Hey, sir. I mean, you can talk about some driven to despair. I actually really, really like that card. One of my favorite parts about that card, and I may be wrong, like, please be the right card, is the trample, right? A lot of people overlook the trample. If it's the card I'm thinking about, it has trample on the green side of it. You know what? Let's just look at it. Let's look at it. Do I even have a copy of Driven? What? Driven to despair. Until end of turn, creatures you control gain trample. Yeah, there we go. I did. It was the card I was thinking about. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. What? That's all of your creatures. So if you've got a bunch of them, that's wow. And you can cast both sides of this for just 4 mana. That then gives them trample and menace. And not only do you draw a card, but whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. So if you swing with 3 guys, you're going to draw 3, they're going to discard 3. You're talking about some major, major card advantage, okay? Like, yeah, some major card advantage. So let's get this bad boy curled, right? We'll talk about those 2 Fatal Push to round out the play set. Couple duress here. Well, 3 duress. We'll run 3 duress here. It's a good way to, you know, hedge against cards like Settle the Wreckage and stuff. We do have a negate and an essence scatter. I personally think that, you know, maybe we want like 2 negates, but I can see the duresses here. I like duress, so we're gonna run these and go from there. All right, guys, you ready? It's league time. It's league time. Let's do it. Okay, Sultai Climb in a league, competitive standard. Only 671 active players in the league. Man, that's low. That's low. It's normally quite a bit more than that. So yeah. What? Play points? That's right. We played Jerry Thompson's red black last, and man, that deck was super sweet. So here we go. You like that card, but you can never get it to work for you. I think it just serves as a great 1 or 2 of, so. Or you can make them counter it just to fake them out. Yeah, okay. Right, and sometimes countering the second part is more important than the first part. I mean, if they don't have blockers and they're like an approach deck, countering the first part is not actually that devastating. I mean, yeah, you're going to draw some cards, but they're not actually going to be stopping any of the damage most of the time, so the trample is not really relevant. It's the second part that makes them discard cards that's pretty relevant. So you always end up holding it forever. Just fire that bad boy off, man. Even if you only draw 1 card, it'll replace itself. If you make them discard a card, you've technically gotten card advantage off of that. So yeah. Okay. No opponent. What's going on? Never hold it. Always use it with 2 creatures at least. Right. Well, I mean, worst case scenario, as long as you hit with 1 creature, the card replaced itself and you're not really out much. If you hit with 2 creatures, you're at that point you're on true card advantage. If you cast both sides of it and only hit with 1 creature, that's technically card advantage because you have displaced them of 1 card and then you have added replaced that card for you. So if you were at 7 cards in hand, you cast it. You're at 6, you hit, you go back to 7, they lose a card, they go from 7 to 6. At that point you're earning or you're gaining on them, and that's kind of what Magic's all about. The person with the most options in hand normally wins. So it's kind of one of those things we try to do where we don't want to catch a bunch of lands, but we do want to be casting spells. So as long as you don't have a handful of land, you're probably going to be all right. Or use it early and then play the second half late. See, I like that as well. I love to let one of those Aftermath cards just kind of chill in the graveyard, let people kind of forget about it, and then out of nowhere, bam, gotcha. All right, man, we're 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the queue here and nothing. Wow, that's unusual. Oh, we got an opponent. We got an opponent. Would this be a good deck to convert the Snake Challenger deck into? Absolutely, Robert. If you go back and watch the wrap-up I did on the Challenger decks, I talked about there were two really good options to go to if you wanted to go into Sultai, and one of those was Sultai Pummeler, and the other one is Sultai Snake. Sultai Snake and Pummeler are really, really close together. If you wanted to just take the green-black Snake, which has most of these cards, then yeah. But honestly, you might just want to go straight for like just buying the cards you need, as I don't remember exactly how many of the cards in this deck are actually in the Snake deck. So what do we got here? Winding Constrictor that we can't cast into a Hydra. We're on the draw. I'll keep it. I've got lands, I've got spells, got a little bit of protection. If we come in a turn late on the Winding Constrictor, it normally means that we're going to have, you know, a way to protect it. So, yeah, I'll keep this. I mean, it's not the greatest hand in the world, but it's also not the worst. We could top deck a Black Source and just, bam, be there. Or we could just top deck a, you know, Walking Ballista, play on turn 2. Avast! I see you're playing my archetype. Mid-range. James Carr here. A big fan of the mid-range. Big fan of the mid-range. He revealed a Merfolk Branchwalker. Alright, come on. Swamp off the top. You know, Blooming Marsh will work. Aw, man. Well, we know we're coming in a turn late anyway. I'm going to go ahead and play it. We might get punished by top decking like a Blooming Marsh off the top or something like that, but I think I'm going to go ahead and play this. We'll try to get out the Winding Constrictor since this is Merfolk and see if we can just outgrow it. And if we can't outgrow it, then at that point we can start putting down like Snake. If we hit one more land, we can Snake on 4, and Snake on 4 is going to be pretty sweet. So we are looking for one more untapped source. Mimic. Don't have a 1-drop. Don't have a 1-drop. Oh no. Oh no. I have to be able to deal with that. He dumps his hand next turn. Okay, well, that kind of sweetened the deal right there. I have to deal with the Mimic. As much as I want to use the other line, I just can't allow the Mimic to come down. Or stay down. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, well, he tapped these and left this up, so I'm just going to go ahead and shoot the Mimic. The reason I was excited about him tapping this mana is because it means he doesn't have dive down. So we can just go ahead and shoot the Mimic so he doesn't get extra counters. We'll take 2 here, but if we get to start getting set up next turn, then we should be alright. So, what? Ghost? How about build an aggro Jund deck now just to be spiteful? What? An aggro Jund deck? Like, what would we put in that? Didn't we build that? I want to say we built Jund aggro. I want to say that was a Coffee Time build. Weren't you there, Rush? Ooh. Life is good, my friends. Life is good. So I'm going to Snake here. I'm not going to leave up the Blossoming Defense. I'm just going to play the Ballista for 2. Worst case scenario, I can block this, shoot that. So we'll see what happens. Land off the top means we just go ham. So let's go 2, 1, and then 1 on the Verdurous. I mean, he does run Unsummon, probably. I can't really say that for sure because a lot of these decks don't even run Metallic Mimic. They run the Deep Root Champion. So there's a Mimic. I'll take 3. Okay. So we'll grab some energy. And now we have Blossoming Defense up, which is pretty good. I want to get the Hydra down, but I would also like to maybe do some damage. Like, it's not going to be tons of damage, but I do want to push a little damage here. And I'm going to get this before he untaps the blue source. Apparently, I'm not playing around Dive Down, because if he had Dive Down in his hand, he would be more inclined to keep up that blue source, but it doesn't look like he is. So, while we ain't doing nothing, hit that like button, says Rush. Avas! About to build aggro Jund deck now. Good call on the Dive Down, but Spell Pierce is where it's at these days. You're probably right. You are probably right. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot this while I can. And do I take 3 here? I mean, we're going to take, or do I take 4, go to 9, go to 8 on my upkeep? Yeah, sure. So I'm going to spend it. And there's our land. I think it's Hydra time. Alright, so this is going to give us 2 energy. And then when the Hydra comes down, it'll give us a few more. So it'll give us 4 more, actually. So that'll actually be, you know, multiple instances for Hydra here. Does it survive? Do I get the trigger? I got the trigger. Okay, so we've got 6 energy. That's pretty good. Looks like Hydra is going to have to be my blocker here. Hopefully he doesn't have another Lord, but maybe he does. I know we're at 8, so you know that's a little bit worrisome. I do have to stave off some damage this game. Hopefully he doesn't have something crazy like a River Herald's Boon or something. Oh wow, he just passed. Okay. Do I even need... I think I do. I think I'm going to draw that extra card. So now I've actually got Verdurous Gearhulk and Blossoming Defense up. So yeah, here we go. I mean, I can understand if someone wanted to wait one additional turn before they played the Verdurous just to get the Winding Constrictor out, but I think that might just be a little bit greedy. So we are swinging for 8, 12, 13, 14. We're swinging for almost lethal. I will trade Glint Sleeve Siphoner here. Now, this is a very, very risky swing, but if for some reason the opponent just says, I'll take it, he's dead. So, we'll see what's going to happen. I assume he has to go into blocks here, which will mean that... Oh, he did not block and I did not try to kill him. Oh my goodness. Tell me I didn't just kill myself. Please tell me I didn't just kill myself. Oh goodness. That's 5 mana. What do you got for 5 mana, opponent? Walking Ballista? Brawl's Expertise. Okay, so I'm gonna receive some of these other creatures back here, but Verdurous Gearhulk is going to remain on the table as an 8/8 with hexproof, with a tapped out opponent that did not cast anything off his Brawls. So yeah, that should be game. Ooh, no swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we had a lethal last turn. That was a punt. Yeah, I didn't kill myself. We got close. We got so close. All right. I don't see anything better to do here. So yeah. We're just gonna swing with our 9/9 trample. That is game, opponent. That is game. Wow, deck pulled me through a punt. Yeah. That pulled me through a punt. That was pretty good. I mean, yeah, we had lethal on the board, but you know, the Brawl's Expertise, when he tapped out for that, man, that was, yeah, better to do it than to show him the contempt. Understood. Yeah, I didn't see any reason to actually just burn a contempt or burn something. So you missed match 1, game 1. We are match 1, game 2. Missed a little deck tech, you know, talking about Magic. You know, me running my mouth like normal. You know, you guys got to be used to that by now. You know how hard it is to get on here and just talk for 3 hours straight. All right, yeah, I'm a big mouth. It's not hard at all, but still, for most people, that might be hard. Yeah, I did. I had lethal. Yeah, I had lethal on that turn in quite a few different ways. No, there's no Jade Light here, man. Jade Light does not fit the game plan here. There's no Merfolk Branchwalker. This deck is not playing any of the goofy little cards that are cool and cute and stuff like that. I don't like the Explore mechanic with Snake. This is tried and true Snake right here, man. So, yeah. I think I am going to bring in the Cartouche. Cartouche puts a -1/1 counter on some stuff. I'm also going to bring in the Fatal Pushes. I can bluff Blossoming Defense after he's seen it in game 1, so I'm actually going to pull it out. And then Glint Sleeve Siphoner is good, but I'm probably going to cut a Glint Sleeve and a Rishkar. I don't want to come completely off the Rishkar plan, but also against an aggro deck, if he gets a like just this silly opener, I don't really know if I'm going to be able to get in with Glint-Sleeve Siphoner, and losing the extra life and stuff like that. It might end up hurting me. So like, yeah, you know, that's, you guys might get on to me for taking a Glint-Sleeve out, but I think that I don't know, maybe it's actually a Verdurus that we take out, but yeah, let's actually take out one Verdurus instead of a Glint-Sleeve. We could get this early start on him having like a slow hand or something like that. So I'll pull a Verdurus out on the draw here, and we'll roll like this. Wow, green land from just having everything. At least we can come down with Fetid Pools into, you know, a swamp or something like that and go with Glint-Sleeve. So I'll keep it. If we do get a green source though, oh man. Val, everybody's loving Val right now. For those of you that are new to the channel and don't know, Val is my wife. She is also a Magic player. She's a little bit more into Arena right now than she is other Magic, but she has recently been starting to take more interested into Standard. So I'm gonna try to put that blue-red GPG deck together on paper and let her have that. So yeah. Ooh. So we're looking at turn 3 Cartouche of Ambition on Glint-Sleeve Siphoner. That might be good. That might be real good. Don't have a deep root. Alright, Silvergill revealing Merfolk Mistbinder. That's the Lord. Wow, if he would reveal his Lord. Come on, green source. Come on, green source. Ho ho ho, this deck loves me. So, Winding Constrictor is really good here because if he doesn't have a source of pump, he doesn't have a way to actually pump it, then he can't actually swing in this turn. So that part's going to be pretty sweet. Also, that also means that next turn we're going to be able to slam down one of these Sultai Climb and just go to work with it. The first one, since I am holding 2, I am just going to try to flip it ASAP, and we'll go from there. Merfolk Mistbinder. Alright, well, he can get in since he did decide to play his Merfolk Mistbinder. You got me, opponent. No Spell Pierce to worry about here. He just left open a Hash Up Oasis. No, he did not. Looks like he's going to go ahead with that Kamina Speaker. I do still think that I'm going to come down with my Climb here. Oh, wow. We need a green source off the top. So we're going to go green, a blue, and a black. Play Hadana's Climb, which luckily he didn't actually see in game 1. I mean, sure, you have to be expecting it, but yeah, there we go. I actually don't believe I swing this turn. If we don't get another green source, we'll just play Glint-Sleeve Siphoner, or maybe the Cartouche, and then start swinging. Oh man, yeah. If we play Cartouche and swing, and he lets us get away with it, then I don't think we lose this match. Like, if he doesn't have a way to answer the snake after we Cartouche it, I don't think we can lose this match unless he just goes like really wide. Jade Bearer, okay. Now that's gonna give him some pump action right there. All right. Unclaimed territory. I assume he's calling Merfolk. What? The type is dinosaur. Merfolks and dinosaurs. Well, he's casting a dinosaur spell. Merfolk with Galta. Oh my goodness. Well, ain't that a thing? So yep, I am just going to do it because I need to gain a ton of life here. So this will give me 5, 6, 7. What do we want to kill or make smaller? I don't guess it's Galta. That's happening anyway. You spelt that wrong, I think. We're going to say yes, we want to use the ability. And then we're going to flip this climb. And then we'll gain 7 life. Alright, so if we gain 7, we're looking at 24, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then he's dead next turn. We can't swing, though. Alright, since I can't swing, I'm just going to play the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Yeah, we'll play the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. And that at least gives us an extra chump blocker. So he has to swing with more than just Galta. So, dude, change the spelling of how you're doing it and it'll go away. You're putting she and that spelling in the same sentence. All right? Yeah. Much love to you, though, Rush. I get what you're saying, though. Summa cum laude, or summa, whatever. What are you doing, opponent? You can't just turn sideways. Oof. I am so worried about, like, a Brawl's expertise, but wouldn't he have done it before? You'd think, right? Alright, so if I Hadana's Climb, put 2 more counters on this, it's a 9. It'll be a 9/9. Or sorry, a 9/8. Did you really just swing with? Oh goodness. What do you have, opponent? Alright, well, we'll stop a little damage. We're at 8, which is great. He does have a Galta, and he's got a, J-Bear. The beautiful part there was with the neg-1/1 counter on the Silvergill Adept, that even though we took the 2 points of damage off of it, as soon as we killed the Lord, that also killed the Silvergill Adept. So, yeah, that wasn't bad for us. And he pulls another Galta. Well, it's too bad because he's just flat out dead this turn. He has to answer this right now, or we kill him as is. Oh, wow. So it requires 3. I would have 1 left. I mean, I could just gain a ton of life here and be ahead of the... It wouldn't be killing him this turn, but he would be dead next turn. So I could gain 14 life here and put him at 2. And then next turn, just play Walking Ballista and shoot him. I think that's the play. Yeah, I was thinking that I could play the Hadana's Climb and then just tap this. I forgot that you got to pay a ton for it. Don't have Unsummon, dude. Just don't have Unsummon. Well, here we go. He did not have unsummon. All right, we're back at 22. Don't overthink. Think it. Kill him. Well, I had to overthink it. I couldn't just play Sultai Climb because then we would have only gained 8 points of life. We would have been able to play it and play like a Glennsleeve Siphoner, and then. But yeah, I don't think that 8 was quite enough. Probably was. Like we could get away with just gaining 8 points of life, but. I think that that's kind of all we needed to pull through there. American Sign Language did her in. Whew. Moderator, Val is a potty mouth. Blah, blah, blah. Sultai Snake, that's right. Snake. A counter for you, and a counter for you, and a counter for you, and you, and you, and you. Everybody gets a counter. Trying to just play this kind of safe, maybe-ish. I mean, he's got one card in hand. I am slow playing my Ballista here. So, yeah, I mean, you guys might get on to me for just slow playing a Ballista, but we're going to do it anyway. Good game, opponent. Alright, game 1, down against Merfolk. Yeah. Sweet deck, right? Like, against certain strategies and stuff, man. This deck's just got, like, everything you need, right? Golden Nut, go ham, good game. We went ham. Go home. It's good. It's good. Remember, if you want to play this deck or any other deck like this, you can. All you have to do is just sign up for manatraders, where you can rent, whether they're in paper or online. You can rent magic cards for a flat rate. Check them out, and if you do decide you want to sign up, make sure you use the link in the description box below so that you help out the channel. And when you do go to sign up, use SideboardMTG 15 to help yourself out so that you can save a few bucks. No point in paying full price for something when you don't have to. Oh my goodness, do you see this hand? Oh my goodness. My goodness. So, we might get into one of those weird situations. It's kind of rare, but a 2-mana Walking Ballista with 2 snakes on the battlefield is more effective than trying to play, a 4-mana. I mean, you're going to get more out of it. If you've got a 4-mana Walking Ballista, I would rather play 2-mana Walking Ballistas. So we can play the Blooming Marsh here, and we can go black, green, and don't have Fatal Push. Don't play Bone Picker. All right, let's see what he's got. I mean, if it's mono black, he should be running like 4 Fatal Push, 4 Bone Pickers, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, well, we're going to lose 1. He's going to gain 1. Well, things might get kind of decent here in a moment. I'll play 1 for 2, 2 mana next turn, play the Fetid Pools, and then... But it looks like we're going to be playing 4 mana snakes here, or 4 mana Walking Ballistas, though, because we lost one of our snakes. Oh, darn. Thanks, Brandon. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Come on. At least he didn't have an artifact, but come on. Oh, we're gonna leave up the green, bluffing that counter spell. Yeah, that Galta was awesome, man, wasn't it? Awesome enough to die with us. It's still plenty of health. Bomat Courier, man, this is a red-black aggro deck. You know you can't swing with everything, right, dude? Alright, well, he cost me a ballista. But we're going to take the 1 point of damage off the Night Market Lookout, but he definitely cost me a ballista. Supernatural stamina? No? Okay. Alright, well, we took the 1 point, he gained a point. We do need to get bigger than him at this point. He doesn't have 4 untapped mana yet, so we're not looking at Vraska's Contempts. PNLR, alright. I think I want to get a Hydra down now. Especially since he was tapped out, which means, you know, we're completely safe to get away with this, you know, like after he played Pia, that next turn he could actually activate Fatal Push with this trigger on the stack. So he could just be like, I'm going to sacrifice this artifact, now I've triggered Revolt, and with the trigger on the stack, I'm just going to Fatal Push or Bristling Hydra. So Hydra a turn or two from now could be more dangerous than trying it now, so. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, daddy likes. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. What? I didn't tap a blue. You've gotta be kidding me. Bam. 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 Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. And, of course, Madonna's Climb goes so well with Walking Ballista. It does cost red for the fire breathing here, right? He can't do that for colorless? No. Okay. It's the sacrifice ability that is colorless. I think I can take another hit. I don't think I'm exactly dead yet, so I'm going to try to take another hit. So I could play some shenanigans here where we actually don't, you know, pump ballistas and things like that nature. But I could just go ahead and flip it. I don't think that that's exactly what I want to do. But I do want to punch damage here. So I am going to be raising the counters across my wide board here instead of trying to go really tall on one creature. I'm just going to try to go wide so that I can like put the brakes on at some point if I need to against something like, you know, Hazret the Fervent. He's got one card in hand, so yeah. He can't swing out. He cannot swing out. Okay, so let's look at this. Alright, so the real question here comes right now. Alright, we've declared blocks. We've got a couple options. We can remove one counter from our 2/2 ballista and shoot PNLR. And then we can remove the counter that we're about to remove here and shoot PNLR. But doing the math, I'm showing that I can put an additional counter here right now, put another counter on it with a Hadana's Climb, flip Hadana's Climb, and then we're at lethal. So I'm going to remove the 1/1 counter and just shoot him, and I'm not going to worry about Pia. So we're just going to try to kill him on the spot right now. I mean, if he has a way to deal with this, then we're dead. But if he doesn't have a way to deal with the, like, we're going to push lethal right now. What's up? I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't reading chat. I was busy looking at gameplay. So no one is going to answer your question. Hi, does MTGO have two-headed giant? Ooh. I know they do have multiplayer formats now, so maybe. We can check after this if you want. I mean, I'll check for you. Alright, I'm doing it. Do you have a 2-mana burn? No, he does not. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go blue, green, and any color. Scoop it up. That's what I thought. And that's how Hydra gets it done, fellas. You just jumped the bandwagon on mono red wins. Oh no, Zelfie, you did not. Oh my god, you're on red deck wins? It's going to be really good coming next set. You're going to get about 2 or 3 weeks of just completely stomping people as they're trying to figure out the new sets and stuff like that. Like, it's very rare that mono red is just tier 1. In almost every set since I have been playing, like since you know, Zendikar and World Weight and that block, every time a new block comes out, everyone's trying these new things, and mono red just slips in and takes a GP or takes a, you know, a big event or something like that. So. What's that song? Isn't it from Castlevania? Top left-hand corner. There should be. You should be able to see it. It should be like right up here somewhere. You should be able to see the name. But the name of this is Castlevania something. Trimmer. What? Where's it at? Where's it at? It's on OC Remix right here on YouTube. Castlevania Transylvania Temptation. That's what it is. So, what are we bringing in against this aggro deck? I definitely want my cartouches. Like, could these just be main board? And I think I want a couple more Fatal Push. Yeah. We're going to roll somewhat similar to the way we ran game 1. I do want the other Varoskas can... You know what? I think we can block a Hazard. I'll take one Verdurus, one Rishkar out, and I'm going to roll like that. I mean, this is literally the exact same way I sideboarded for the last deck. Just to think about Hazard, Pia, Karizev, tracks with, you know, +1/+1 depending on how much land. Right, well... Alright, we've got a hub. Ooh, we've got that awesome opener here with the Glentsleeve Siphoner. And then we can turn 3 a Servant of the Conduit, and then turn 4 Verdurus Gearhawk. I mean, he should be trying to use his kill spells on Glentsleeve. Right, that's one of the things I like about the deck. I have said that this deck was a very good deck, but was just being held down by its matchups. It's got a pretty bad matchup against Grixis midrange, so I'm going to let you guys know that if you're playing in a meta that is full of Grixis midrange, then looks like we're going to have to play the Servant on 2. We gotta have a blocker for this. But anyway, Like, if you're playing against a lot of Grixis mid-range, then honestly, guys, you're probably going to be... this is probably not the greatest deck for you, because Grixis mid-range has the ability to just kill everything that you play. So, is he stuck on 1 mana? I mean, we might get stuck on 2, but... well, he's a second main phase mana guy. Alright, well, that's okay. Alright, so we're just going to make sure that he has to use either a kill spell or... he had land open there. He could have killed it if he had the Fatal Push. Doomfall, making me exile a creature that I own. Well, probably about to get me that Bomat then. Yeah, I think I'm about to... I could wait it. I mean, if he Doomfalled this... can I take the risk of him not drawing the red? I think I can. I think that we can. I think we can. I think we can. I think we can. I think we can. Don't get a lip. Okay. Alright. I'm okay with this. We can outgrow that. Oh, yeah. Alright. How do I want to go about this? I mean, I could just Sultai Climb. I could double glint, draw a whole bunch of cards next turn. I think I want to double glint. Yeah, I think we're just going to double glint, take a couple points of damage. I mean, we've got some really good cards, and once we get down something like Verdurous Gearhulk with a couple bodies on the field, we're going to start coming back, and we're going to come back in a very, very quick way. So, or maybe I should just play the Ballista here. I will. I'll just play Ballista. This gives me a block and a shot if he doesn't have a red source. Don't hit red. Oh, no. Punished. Not punished. Not punished. Alright. So he got down Hazarat. I'm going to block here. Say okay. Remove a counter. Shoot that. Take 3. He's got 1 card in hand. We're going to draw a card off the Glint Sleeve Siphoner and Baraska's Contempt. No. Do we? Come on, land. We get an untapped land. I think I just slammed the Verdurous Gearhulk and get it above 5 power, and then we'll just go from there. I mean, you only have to put 2 counters on it to make it just like an infinite blocker for... Did not get there. Okay, so we can run... Nah, we just need to kill that. Just need to kill that. So, we're not pushing a lot of damage here. I think we can just wait to get into combat. Like, if he goes into combat and he can't remove the cards from his hand, then we don't have to, like, we don't have to do it right now. Okay, so now we do it now. Got me, opponent. Got me. Alright, so he's going to take the Verdurous Gearhulk. I assume. Otherwise, it might just kill him. But, I mean, if he takes Verdurous Gearhulk, what do I... Double Glint Sleeve next turn? And then just be like, bam, we're coming. We are coming at you. Yeah. Exile it. Rush. Sir. Your mouth is not fit for children. Oh, I love your Rush. I do. I really do. Somebody has to keep me on my toes, right? Well, this is good. I'll take this. I mean, it's not bad. So let's go, I don't know, cartouche. We'll put a counter on that. We'll say, yep, use that ability. And I'll just swing for 3, gain 3. There it is. Sorry, needed to help Val with something. She said her phone died. She can't talk to you guys for a moment. So she had to come take some power. Need some power. So I'm really not interested in blocking this dude. I'm more interested in using this fatal push on the next guy. Like, I'm expecting like Karzev or something like that to come out. Dread Wanderer. Yeah, okay. We'll make sure that we're in the end step. I mean, he can bring it back, but it costs 3 mana to bring it back. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep drawing here. We got it! Yay! All right, so now it's. Let's look at some stuff. We need a green and a blue. We have no energy right now. So I think that I need to play first main phase, Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Gain 1 energy. And then from here, I now have the energy to produce a blue mana. And then this will be our colorless. Our green will play Sultai Climb. And then from here, we can start beefing up our lifelinker. And this should allow us to start putting enough pressure back on the opponent and flip the script here. So now he goes to 11 and we go to 15. So at this point, this Glint Sleeve must be answered. Yeah. Glint into Climb. Yeah, you got it, Jizza. Do I have Chandra? I have Chandra. Missing 3 Phoenix and 2 Chandras. Well, you're missing a huge part of the deck there. That's kind of what takes that deck from being just, you know, your regular old budget deck to a good deck. So you're going to need those Chandras. My recommendation, just go buy the Challenger deck, the mono red Challenger deck, and that'll give you an extra Hazard, a Glorybringer, a Chandra. You're not getting any Phoenixes out of it, but, you know. Can we kill the opponent here? Oh, absolutely. We sure can. So we're going to go black, green. We're going to put a counter here. We're going to enter combat. Swing and swing. Oh, snap, son. Then we're going to go a blue, green, colorless, double that power and toughness. Good game, sir. See you in the funny papers. Wow. 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 Right? Yeah. There you go. That's it's a snake deck, man. They're really simple. I mean, there's a ton of lines. Like, some are more effective than others. You've got a lot of options here in this deck. There's just a ton of really good plays. Yeah, I misclicked earlier. We had a kill on that first game, and I didn't use the the Blossoming Defense. We could have killed that one game earlier, but you know, the deck's really sweet, guys. I'm serious. As long as we don't run up against Grixis midrange, this deck is super sweet. But back when I was telling everyone, don't play this deck, that was because the meta was full of Grixis midrange. Now that that's backed off, this deck is just going to stomp a lot of those other decks. Around turn 4 or 5, this deck starts growing to be almost like, it almost feels like exponential growth. The deck just goes so ham, so hard. Now we are going to mulligan here. We could start ending up on some like bad draws, but I'm kind of okay with this. Oh yeah, we're going to put that on the top. I'm going to play this Black Source, and we're going to pass. Now, some of you guys might be like, what? Why didn't you play your Botanical Sanctum? Well, that's because I want to be able to draw cards here off this Glint Sleeve Siphoner, especially in the face of a blue-black deck. So we're going to play that Aether Hub, and we automatically have 2 energy, so he has to kill this right now, or we're going to get that card draw. You have to search for Azcanta. Definitely a blue-black control deck. Every extra card we can get is going to be terrific. So we did not get punished here. We'll just go ahead and play green. I will pay a life, and then I don't want to pay energy because, for one, we don't have energy. But getting the snake down means that we get 2 energy this turn as well. So we can draw another card the next turn. The good part about Snake is now we've put 2 threats down, and he needs to be able to answer both of them, and that's not really going to do it. What is he pitching? So this is blue-black mid-range. We'll be hanging on to this for the Scarab God. Hanging on to our Vraska's Contempt for the Scarab God. So this deck kills you every time. We haven't dropped a game yet, and we're in match 3. Now that I said that, though, you know how that goes. He threw away a Torrential Gearhulk and a Gonti. That's brave. He is expecting to get those back. Absolutely, I want to draw another card. While this man is tapped down. Yeah, I'll pay life. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Maybe I should be, but I ain't. We ain't scared. Get some. You want to get that Champion of Wits up in there? You know you do. What? Now we're up to 6 energy, okay? So 6 energy is really, really important. So he cannot, like, target this twice. Like, he just doesn't have the mana right now to be able to kill something like this. So, oh man, he is going to get our Glint Sleeve Siphoner here. Heartbreaking. Well, while he's tapped out, we'll just go ahead and grab another 4 energy. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And we'll get in. Now, I'm not swinging with my Snake here because Snake is giving me a ton of value. And hitting 3 Hydras, this is kind of where we want to be, guys. Like, this is exactly where we want to be. Ooh, bringing them back. He's going to get that Vraska's Contempt on the Snake. Oh no, he's just grabbing a Gonti. Wow. Wow, opponent. Wants that Death Touch. And, of course, an extra card, but, yeah. That's pretty decent. I mean, I did say it looked like he was wanting those cards back, so I guess we're right there. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. No, not going to be able to do it. I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking that I want to just hash up Oasis, my 6/5, and swing it Liliana. And if he wants to kill it, then he can kill it, and then I'll just swing everything else at him. It's really what I'm thinking I want to do. How bad do I need that hash up Oasis? Oh man, just let him have the Gonti. Like, just kill it and kill Lily. Save the Vraska's Contempt. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, alright. I'm good with that. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play Rishkar. I'm going to put a counter on these guys. Now I'm going to use these guys to add green mana. And we're going to sacrifice the desert. This gives no trample. I just totally punted that. So punted. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I thought that gave trample. Why didn't... Oh. Alright, well, fine. Lily makes a zombie. Can we pull out of this? Oh my goodness. I thought it gave trample. I don't know what I was thinking. It was a bad play. Yeah. Oh, that was a bad play. I should have just swung everything at her and let him kill one thing. Yeah. Yeah, I should have made a different play. I should have made a different play. Yeah, we had a couple different lines that I could have taken, and I took the line that just didn't work. Like, talk about super punt. Yeah, that was nasty. So there's another torrential in the grave. Man, I can't believe I made that mistake. Oh, what a super mistake. How did I pull out of this? Wow, I mean, block Rishkar, block here. I lose Rishkar, he loses both his guys, then I Vraska's Contempt Liliana. I cannot let him bring like another Gonti back or another Gearhulk or something like that back. Alright, well, I've got to know what's going on. I mean, I know the Scarab God is on his way, and I want to try to do this without... Yeah, but, yeah, okay, he didn't have the counter. Well, that means I don't have to swing with Rishkar. That's not bad. So we got a zombie block here. Ooh, ballista block. Alright. Ballista block, so he's definitely holding the Scarab God. Champion of Wits coming back. Well, if he wasn't holding the Scarab God before, he is now. Man, I made some really bad plays in the beginning of this, guys. So, yeah. Exile that female. You're one of a kind, Rush. You're one of a kind. Can we, like, set up for a blowout? Probably not. No. I know I want to get the snake down before I start doing other things. So let's go black, green. And we've got 7 energy, so I mean we can do some stuff. He can't double block this, so I'm just gonna swing like this. I mean, if he double blocks, he's making a bigger mistake than I just made earlier. I can't believe I made that, but I did. We just need to run him out of creatures, which is not exactly easy, but we do need to run him out of creatures. I think I snake block this with blossoming defense if he goes to swing. Maybe not. Maybe I just take it. He just didn't swing. Okay. Even more energy. Essence scatter. Alright, well, sweet. Alright, I will... Sweet. At least we got to stop that Vraska's Contempt. That could have been bad. That could have been bad. He's got a filter room, which is great, so. Oh no, not another. Yeah, I could have pumped, but I'm not gonna waste potential hexproof just for an extra counter. I mean, if we get ahead of this deck, then we're just flat out ahead of the deck. So, untap land off the top. We're gonna try to go ham here. So, come on, untap land. Otherwise, I'm just playing another Hydra and passing or swinging. Come on, untap land. Not quite an untap land. Alright, so I'm definitely just going to play the other Hydra. I know that I could tap this Hydra to, you know, give me enough mana for the Verdure Skier Hulk if I wanted. I do have to just keep swinging, though. Sure. So that was another Vraska's Contempt. Wow, he's got 18 cards in the sideboard, or in the graveyard already. Alright, beating this Azcanta might be a little difficult. I don't know if I want him to cast Memory. He got our Snake? No. Let's see how he lines it up, and then we'll make some decisions from there. I mean, we've got 12 mana, or 12 energy, so I mean, we can activate a couple times. So making this one also a 6/5 is probably going to be pretty good. All right. The Scarab God. Don't have Essence Scatter. He's just going to bring back Torrential Gear Hulk and Essence Scatter. We're so dead. So dead. Just Supreme Will? That was a bad play, wasn't it? Like, he had 4 mana available. Why wouldn't he just bring back a Torrential as a 4/4 and cast a free spell out of his graveyard. Why would you use a card in hand? I don't know. It seems a little weird for me. Gonna block. Wow, no blocks. Okay. So he has to block next turn. I mean, he can make like 1, 2, 3. So one. I mean, he can make a bunch of dudes. All right, he's gonna get a Gonti, which will get him some cards. He can make another dude. Yeah, this Gonti might, or the Scarab God might get ahead of me here. Hadana's Climb off the top would be sweet. Does he have a way to answer it? If I top deck it, Supreme Will. It's his only answer. Commit. Well, that's not a Hadana's Climb. I'm gonna go. Let's cancel that. These are both lethal, so he has to have kill, or he has to kill them. So, I mean, if I swing with both of them, he can bring back another 4/4 body, like probably like Champion of Wits or Torrential Gearhulk, something like that, so he doesn't have to block with the Scarab God. Bring back Torrential, shoot something else, and we're in a bad spot. I don't think we can afford to not swing. So we'll see what he does for blocks. Wow, alright, just gonna take my Verdurous. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. That the Scarab God is going to be huge. How about a 9/9 the Scarab God, guys? So I can get up to 7. Yep, I'm pretty sure we've just lost to this. Again, like I said, you know, decks that have a lot of targeted removal, like this is not a good deck to fight those decks with. So, yeah, we're getting a thorough whooping right here, boys. A thorough whooping. Yeah, I don't like, even the opponent made some mistakes and he is still so far ahead of us right now. Like, I think that he had some much more like optimal lines, but yeah, the Scarab God's really good. Yep, that'll do it. Good game, opponent. Awesome. Well, all right, so I want some Duresses. Not as interested in Fatal Push. Some Essence Scatters seem good. And Argyle's Bloodfast. I like the opener here, but I also think that I can cut down on some Walking Ballistas and a Verdurous Gearhulk or 2, as it is actually very dangerous to run against the Scarab God. That was one of the reasons we seen the Snake decks or the Sultai decks for a while. They actually dropped Verdurous altogether and started running the Scarab God themselves, because Verdurous is a huge liability against 7 mana. A huge liability against the Scarab God. So I'm gonna put that on the bottom. Maybe I should have. Well, we would have had to top deck 2 things, so it wouldn't. It doesn't matter. I think I brought Bloodfast in, didn't I? Yeah, I brought it in. Wow. Punished. Just punished. Such a bad hand. Well, I mean, maybe we get lucky and just start going ham here, but I doubt it. I think we're too far behind already. That might actually help. And the fact that we have a play this turn, that seems nice. I mean, we've got like 1,000,000 mana next turn. I mean, I could have tapped Rishkar and played the Hydra, but I actually want to swing for a couple points while it's early. So, does anyone here play Hearthstone as well? No, man, I tried to play Hearthstone for a little bit back when I was playing World of Warcraft. I have my Blizzard account and stuff. I've played, but honestly, the games were too simple. I mean, it was there was like no real thinking. It really was. I don't know. It didn't seem complex at all. So, right? You think you like paper too much? I like being able to sit down in front of people. That's kind of one of the reasons I like streaming, even when I'm playing online. Is so I like to talk to people. I like to get to know people and stuff, and you can't always do that. So. I think StarCraft all the way. It says for the Horde. For the Horde, who doesn't even play World of Warcraft. At least you didn't say for the Alliance. Yeah, I mean, I tried to play Hearthstone, but I just didn't think that the game was... It was like when I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or when I when I played Pokemon. Yeah, like I tried those when my nephews and stuff, like when they were growing up, they had the games that they liked to play, or my cousins in Kentucky and stuff. They played Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and I learned how to play with them, but the game wasn't really for me. Like, it just wasn't that kind of game. So WoW used to be good back in the day. Yeah, well, not all games make it 25 years, man. Right? Like, so I mean, that says something about our Magic the Gathering here. I mean, we're in a digital age, and Magic the Gathering ain't dead yet. I know some people are like, "Oh, this game's dying." Well, I don't actually think so, guys. I mean, yeah, I think it's just a lull. I think it's just a lull in play. I think people will end up coming, more and more people come back to Magic at different times of their life. So I think we're going to get some good action out of something like... I think I'm going to swing here before I do anything. I think we can get some good action out of like Dominaria and stuff like that. So more people playing now than ever, right? And population's growing. So as population grows, there's going to be like niches that are huge. And even if Magic's just a huge niche, it's not horrible. Ooh, I can't play that, can I? Alright, so this is a really bad play, guys. Some of you are going to be like, why did you play that Hydra when you only had 2 energy? Because I want to try to get this Hydra down, that's why. Contempt it. I know you want to contempt it. Trigger on the stack, contempt. Show it. Show me what you're working with. Show me. Draw 2 cards, take 4 life. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, draw 2 cards, take 4 life. That's pretty good. And we don't have another black source. Like, we can't even cast these yet. So, like, we're looking for swamp off the top here, fellas. Played first day when WoW came out. Hey, MTG, I got a question for you. How do you know if someone played... How do you know if someone played vanilla? Huh? Don't worry, they'll tell you. Oh, come on, that's a cute joke. Yeah. This only makes green. We can't cast of contempt. I mean, we can swing 3 at him. He'll be back at 12. So, I'm actually just going to trade. I want to keep the new one. I'm going to go these 2 dudes. You gonna push my snake? Come on, dude. That ain't cool. No climb. Like, our first games, we had climb. Yeah, we have to kill it. Like, if we don't kill it, we're not getting anywhere. So he needs to cast something here. Contempt. Okay. Okay. Now he's going to flip his search for Azcanta by dumping whatever was on top. It was a Gonti on top. And he flips search. He has 3 mana for the turn. I'm sure he can do something with 3 mana. Doomfall. You got me. You got me. Yes, I top decked a glint sleeve. I've got 6 energy. Was climb a 4 of? I don't think so. I think we've got that in here as a 3 of. Yeah, climb's a 3 of. There we go. This is the deck, guys. Look at that. Another Vraska's Contempt. Oh, and now I hit the... whatever. Just want to scoop on rage. This is where I like, you know what? You win this one. I'm going home. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would run 4. I mean, yeah, we need it, but I really like it in the control matchups because it makes every single threat a real threat. Never give up. Never surrender. Oh my goodness, guys! I don't know if it's true or not. I gotta check real something. I heard something today, and I have to see. Oh no! It did happen, guys. It happened. I'll cut it here for you guys. You guys see that? Breaks my heart. You better not shed a tear, you mamby-pamby. You hear me? This man went down hard, alright? He didn't... Man, can't believe. Died from pneumonia. Gunny Emery, guys. The Marine Corps, I think, had him listed as an honorary sergeant major, which is even Chuck Norris is listed as an honorary first sergeant. This man was listed as an honorary sergeant major. That's I figured this was a good time to say it, you know, like when we're just dying to blue-black control. But if you guys don't know who Gunny Emery is, you need to go watch like Full Metal Jacket or one of those other movies that he was just awesome in. And yeah, check him out. Gunny Emery, he was a real deal, man. You guys know who Gunny Emery is. I know you do. I know you do. But yeah, he's immortal, right? You loved his, yeah, man. His history stuff was awesome. Hoorah! Hoorah! That's right. We lost. I almost can't talk about him without cursing. It don't feel right. Host of Mail Call on History Channel. What's up? But yeah, that just kind of saddened me a little bit. You know, it's kind of like when we lost Robin Williams. You know, there's some people that are just iconic. I mean, just iconic people, and you know, maybe I should have countered that. I'm trying to save it for something bigger. But I guess if he had something bigger, you got me. You got me. Then we're gonna die to a glint sleeve. He's got 7 cards in hand, guys. 7 cards, and now he's gonna start flipping this. And he's gonna start playing stuff, bringing it back. This is why I told you guys earlier. Blue-black mid-range. If you're wanting that control, blue-black control, blue-black mid-range, awesome deck. If you're wanting a good solid mid-range, like somewhere between mid-range and control, you're looking for Grixis mid-range. If you're looking for somewhere between mid-range and aggro, you're looking for red-green aggro. If you're looking for aggro, just go buy mono red, hop on the train, get work done. That's game, guys. I am not going to try to play back across a Liliana when he can bring back everything from Gonti. Like, we do not have an out that saves us from this. Okay? 3 lands were coming. There were no outs left in the deck. What one card would have saved us here? Because he ticks down Liliana, and he can bring back Gonti. Steal a card from us, and then, or even tick up Liliana for that matter. We are not getting through him, especially when he can start sacking each zombie to gain 2 every turn. And let's face it, we were about to draw 4 lands in a row. Yeah. Blue-black control is the reason I said this this deck is kind of yeah, found my land. Thanks, Val. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a vet. Yeah. We also lost the judge from Night Court. Was he the judge from Night Court? Or is that somebody else that we lost? Like, losing our icons, you know, I grew up watching these people, man. Yeah, I'm a vet. I was in the Marine Corps, so. That's why you didn't see me, like, try to salute or anything stupid like that a civilian would try to do. For one, you don't salute without a cover on. 2, you don't wear a cover in the house. So, like, a lot of people would have been like, you know, Gunny Emery, I salute you, and that would have just insulted him. Well, snake, ballista. I kind of want to, like, just start running them out. Snake plays around. Snake plays around a lot of stuff. He's not going to Magna Spray the snake. He's going to have to. He's going to have to, like, wipe the board with the Sweltering Suns to get rid of the snake. So. Oh, he had 18 undefeateds? Really? Wow. I doubt they were all with that deck, but that's pretty cool. He just fired off a struggle there. We'll try this. I mean, is he just going Glorybringer on me? Am I just going to get Glorybringered out? I think I am. I mean, why didn't he put... Oh, it's the Regisaur Alphas. Arrgh. Okay, well, at least we have like a ton of stuff here. So will Rishkar and then we'll just pass. So we're holding up Blossoming Defense. So if he does go, okay, so a second Regisaur Alpha. All right. Well, I mean, does he try to get sideways here? We take 4, is that right? Fine. You do it, I'll do it. Alright, so we lost our little dude there, but I think we can manage, maybe? Let's go green, black. I'm not paying life for it right now. And then we'll get us another 3/3. Okay. Deathcord Scavenger. This is the first deck I've played in a while that I'm not actually worried about a Deathcord Scavenger. Hey, it's Brash. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Aw, man. I don't get to just kill him. That's horrible. Alright, so I'm just going to hold control so I don't have to wait on my opponent. So I can just put all of these on the stack. And then we can just let them resolve. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need a way to do quite a bit more. We're only at 3. He's got 1 card in hand, and depending on what it is, like, this could be bad for us. I don't know if I can even get away with swinging with anything else. How no, this is not the 18-0. The 18-0 deck is the mono red. Navy, we don't salute indoors, right? Yeah, you just don't. Well, you don't salute without a cover on. And you can salute indoors if you're under arms. If you're under arms and you have a cover on, you can salute. But if you're under arms, you're not supposed to salute anyway, because if you're in a combat zone, you don't sniper check your superiors. So The idea of saluting to someone means that you're paying respect to them, so you're actually calling out that, hey, that's my superior. And if the next guy salutes him as well, then a sniper would be able to go, well, that's the guy in charge, hit that one. So yeah, yeah, we just don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. This may be a little wrong. I mean, this can grow a ton. I mean, do I just lose this, though? I mean, he's got one card in hand. I'll pass. We need to be able to find a way to kill him on crackback. Like, we have to start pushing damage against the opponent. Alright, so we're going to go black, black, colorless, colorless. Sacrifice the desert. I'm going to say yes. And we'll get rid of Deathgorge Scavenger. And then we'll swing 7. Yeah. I think we can get away with this. I mean, if he wants to put some bodies in front of it, that's fine, but now we're getting much, much closer to just being able to finish the opponent off. I mean, if he top decks a good creature, though, we're about to be in some trouble. Wow. Just wow. Right? Huh? Gee. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. I think I need to keep Essence Scatter. Although this is a deck that I'm not really wanting to keep Scatter up for. Cartouche seems really, really good. I'm not going to be killing a lot of things off the neg one from the Cartouche, but I do think Cartouche is going to be really good. This, I don't know how good Fatal Push is going to be here. Kinda think that I need to back off the Fatal Pushes. What else? Maybe a Ballista? Maybe 2 Ballistas? What are we killing with Fatal Push? You think we need the other Contempt? I thought we were just going to have to race this deck. Like, I thought we just have to beat it. Right? Like, I want to bring in the other Contempt. I get where you guys are coming from with the Contempt. I really do. But I also would rather have the 4th Contempt if I'm on the draw. On the play, I want to be as fast as possible, and I don't necessarily want to be pulling like a handful of Contempt. I could see it on the draw. On the play, I'm a little bit weary about bringing in the other Contempt. Let's run it like this. I think the Cartouches are gonna get us where we need to be. I think we do. Like, nothing like contempting a Galta. Well, how about you just beat one down like we did earlier? Right? Like, we fought Galta already. We already fought a Galta. I'll keep. I do think that I need to get Glint Sleeve down a lot earlier than I did before. What turn do we have to make sure we're up for countering? Let's look at that. So if we go... Okay, so that's a Merfolk Branchwalker. All right, so I'm gonna Siphoner here. I mean, if he's got kill spells, then that's cool, but looks like he just threw a Branch Walker in the grave. So maybe he's digging for land. If he's digging for land, we might be alright here. Doesn't look like he's digging that hard. Yeah, you want to swing first. You know, you got to see what happens. Well, I'm not doing anything. There's no way I trade that Branch Walker. Although, it might be the better play. Oh, that's why. So you can see if he could get a chance to eat it. Instead of eating out of his own graveyard. Eat out of your own graveyard. Well, if we had another land, that'd be sweet. I should have attacked there, but I pressed 8 and it put me into combat, and I thought I was going through my... be careful when you're pressing 8, guys. Turn off those auto yields. Yeah, I messed that up. What? He just abraded my snake. We're just going to lose to this now, aren't we? No. So we can gain 3, go back to 13. Take 7 more next turn. I think I have to get that life gain going. I think I don't have any choice but to get that life gain going. And we'll say, yep. We'll attack. Alright, well, we only take 6 here because the only card he can eat is the Abrade. Branch Walker. I mean, I can Blossoming Defense on the swing here. We'll see. That's going to be game, guys. He got us. Got us. Yep. Red-green dinos taking down the Snake deck. Ouch. Ouch. Maybe it was just bad play on my part. Maybe we should have sat back and played, you know, more of a controlling game. But I think that the Essence Scatters in this deck are actually just meant for later game, you know. Would have been 1 card deeper right now. Right? If I would have... okay, well, when we finally lose, I'll draw 1 more card and see where we would have been. But what does 1 card deeper do for us? Would have been a land. So we would have had this land. Yeah. Yeah, we're dead. I kind of just gave up on that game anyway. Alright, alright. Do we have another option? Okay. We can still do this. So he actually had a lot of cards that Fatal Push are relevant against. So I'm going to take out the Blossoming Defense and the Essence Scatters. And I'm actually going to run the Fatal Push. Like, I know that may seem a little weird, but, I mean, he's killing my stuff anyway. Yeah, I should have blocked earlier. Should have traded off earlier and just, you know, pray that we are the more, you know, hardy creature deck. No land. I mean, 1, but not enough. Okay, I'm going to keep. I'm going to put that on top. And we're going to go for the Gusto here. Go for the Gusto. Don't play red. Play Tap Source. Play. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So we'll make him use his kill spell. I can understand like coming out with Winding Constrictor into Rishkar here, but I don't think that those cards are going to live. I don't think this card is going to live. And now I'm going to try to open up with Winding Constrictor into Rishkar. I mean, if we can Winding Constrictor into Rishkar, follow that up with a Cartouche, we're going to be looking okay. I mean, we'll have a 5/6 with lifelink, or a 5/5 with lifelink if we put it on Rishkar. So, Or we could just have a 4/4. I mean, he just had all the braids. He just got a Regisaur Alpha. This deck is good, guys. Really good. We'll play the tap source in case we draw Verdurus. Yep. Alright. Ronas. Sure, we'll make Ronas just a wee bit smaller. Well, this gets out of most burn, but doesn't get out of Glorybringer range. But this deck doesn't run Glorybringer. The new version just runs Regisaur Alphas and goes crazy. Alright, so yeah, this is gonna be kind of eh. So the only reason I'm doing this to make them both 6/6s, yeah, Ronas is going to be getting in, but I'm not swinging, so I mean, if he hits a struggle, he can just struggle it. But as of right now, Ronas is the only creature that can swing, and as soon as Ronas swings, that frees us up to swing back with Rishkar. So as long as he doesn't have a struggle to deal with, you know, Rishkar here, we might be able to come out on top on this. Come on, where's that Hadana's Climb? Can't use it this turn. We don't have the blue. I messed up. I tapped my blue source. Maybe I should have put it on the lifelinker, but I want to be able to go for just pure lethal. And we'll leave this on the ground because it's got trample. This may actually turn out better for us in the long run, depending on what he's got. Another Regisaur Alpha. Alright. So we're looking at 4, 8, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so we've got 1. Alright, so we need 3, 4, and then we need. All right, so next turn we could do that. Yeah. So this is gonna definitely get us up there just a little bit more. Alright, so we'll swing here, we'll gain 12. He can swing for 20. He's gonna have to come up with more than Galta. All right. That's going to help. That is definitely going to help. Whew. You just finished building this deck Friday and played it at your F&M. You went 4-1 and then went 5-0 on Saturday. Wow, David, really? Yours is a little bit different. Understood. Alright, we actually had another lethal play there, other than just gaining more life than he could attack for. Like, the safe line was just to gain more life than he could attack for, but I think we actually had a lethal there as well, so... I think we could have... played... use Rishkar for mana, and with that, I was looking for one more mana to be able to pump both the Gear Hulk and use Sultai Climb, so we could have used Rishkar for mana, and then swung for lethal that turn, but that was a really, really close match, guys. I mean, we were this close to dead, and then Sultai Climb pulled us out of it. So, yeah, Dev said that eventually he hopes to start streaming. I mean, and I'm only repeating what he said in video. It's not like I talked to this man personally or something. I've actually never spoke to him. Other than in a some chats and stuff like that, but in comments. But he said in some of his videos, and I watch all of Dev's videos, but he said in his videos that he wants to start streaming, but as of right now, that's not on the tables. I mean, right now he doesn't want to, like, it looks like he doesn't want to change what he's got going on. I mean, he puts out quite a few videos and stuff. They're edited. It's not like my trash where I just get on here and play, and you guys get what you get. You know, but yeah, yeah, he is. He's in Atlanta, and I said that if I go to like a GP Atlanta or something like that, that I would love to, like, meet Dev. Who knows? He might even be willing to say hi to me as well. But yeah, I would like to meet Dev, and then if I make it to like a GP Memphis or something, I would like to be able to, like, have the opportunity to meet someone like Terran from MTGO Traders. I look up to Terran a lot. He started about a year ago, and he made it to 10,000 in the first year, which is awesome, and we're kind of on track to get there. So, trash. Right? It's just trash. But yeah, Dev's cool. So yeah, I would love to meet Dev. Right? Yeah, I had a couple lethals right there. Could I have sacked the Oasis? Yeah, I would have had to use Rishkar, and I didn't actually see the line. I punted. I did not see that line until after I'd already entered combat, and then I was like, oh, we didn't have to gain life. I mean, it was a safer play to be able to gain life, but yeah. What happened game 3? We ran into a control deck, and this deck almost cannot beat a control deck. Who was it that said they went 4-1? Let me go back. Who went 4-1? What did you lose to? Just curious. You went 4-1, then you went 5-0. What did you lose to? I want to know. All right, so the play here. Looks like it's going to be something along these lines. So yeah, I mean, this is not a bad play. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. So turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, maybe turn 4. Oh, we get to face a white. Hey, I got a white one. You lost to a weird mono white tokens deck. Huh, okay. Lost to the Scarab God, right? Monument. Yeah, that's what I lost to, was the Scarab God. The Monument deck's actually picking up a lot of steam right now. It attacks the meta from a direction that a lot of people aren't exactly used to. So, yeah, the Monument deck's not bad. We still have to take this 3 off this Adanto though. And yeah, we might end up be playing something like that. manatraders is good if you play online a lot and like to switch out decks. Absolutely, Alex. Like if you guys want to play like this deck or any other deck, manatraders is the way to go. Hey, look, it's Monument. Right? Is that what you were talking about, Magma Boy? Yeah. Would it be worth it? Would it be worth getting if you wanted to playtest a lot? Yeah. Talking about manatraders, if you're wanting to playtest, like I highly recommend Magic Online and a manatraders account. For the $10 account, you can get you can play pretty much any budget deck anyone puts out, right? But maybe you don't want to play budget. You can. Looks like we're playing Monument. I mean, we're gonna stick to the game plan here. But if you just want to like test, you know, all the decks, do all the things, manatraders is the way to go. Thought it was already in combat. Anyway, so like for the $10 account, like if you have a collection already, you can you can use it to like augment your account. You'll have to go through like I mean, you're joining a card pool. They have to make sure you're not just, you know, someone who's just going to take all their cards. So, like, you got to go through, it's not really a credit check, but it's a, they check your MTGO account, make sure it's not like just a brand new created MTGO account and stuff like that. Wow. Yeah. Was it something like this? Yeah. Some weird tokens deck. Is this kind of what beat you? Some go wide strategy. But yeah, manatraders will allow you to play pretty much everything. Wow. Wow. I think I just go for. All right, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3. What is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 next turn. He's lethal next turn. All right. Well, if he's lethal, maybe we can get a little damage in. And maybe he can't answer our Hydra? Maybe? Just maybe? Oh man, he top decked a land. Just sack that chef at Dunes. Go to work, dude. Yeah, we're dead. We's dead. Do I need to scoop? I mean, you need to sack the Dunes, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Do it. Fire it. You better skin that hog leg, boy. Ah, it's all about the Avery mechanic. It is. It is. Well, that was over fast, wasn't it? Okay, so I'm not looking at Blossoming Defense. I want Fatal Pushes, and Negate might not be bad. I'm not really, like, I want to outrun this deck. Cartouche is going to be so good because putting a neck 1/1 counter on a Danto it's great. It's great. And again, I'm gonna cut that Rishkar. So, like, I think Verdurous and Rishkar and, you know, switching out Blossoming Defenses and Fatal Pushes and stuff, I think that's what you've got. Brontodon? Like, you really actually want to kill that thing, huh? I think we just have to get in the air and kill it that way. Alright. I don't think that I need to take time off to worry about the Old Catcher's Monument. I think we just need to kill the opponent. So I'm going to try to get down this Servit, and then hopefully we'll get a land by turn 3 that comes in untapped, and we can get down a Hydra and go from there. Just depends on what he's got here on turn 1. That's a thing. That is a thing. Okay. Since that's going to be the plan, we're going to swap it up. Since we're not going to be doing anything with these bodies, hopefully we'll get that land. If we don't get the land, I'll play the servant, and if we do get a land, I'll play the climb. Got the land. So now we're making each of our threats very threatening. Yeah, that was a really good draw for Monument. Like, Monument's a good deck, but that was a sick draw. Like, that's a sick draw. I mean, he went so wide, so quick, top deck exactly enough land, exactly, like, everything. Yeah, we lost game 3. We lost, yeah. Exert it. Exert. Exert it. No exert. He's going for it. Aww. Aww. Opponent. That ain't cool. So what do I want to do this turn? Like, do I want to get down the Hydra? I think I do. I think I want to get down the Hydra. Alright, well, there's our 5-4. What decks did we play after Merfolk? We played Red-Black Aggro. Red-Black Aggro, regrets? Regrets on what? We played Red-Black Aggro, we played Blue-Black Control, and then we played the Red-Green. It's Red-Green Monsters, but it's the version that swapped the Glorybringers out for the Regisaur Alphas. We played that deck, and now we're playing against Oketra's Monument. What a weird competitive standard league, right? I mean, played most of the good decks, though. I think we're recycling this at this point, right? Like, we don't need another blue source. So... he's gaining so much life. So, we need a way to kill that Fairgrounds Warden. I'm putting a stop in my upkeep. I don't know if I should or not. Maybe I should just draw a card. Yeah, we're going to draw. Alright, so we're going to go... Oh, I'm in my upkeep. There we go. Alright, so let's go... Neg 1/1 counter here. Or, yeah, the neg 1/1 counter is there, so we're going to go black, black, colorless. We'll sacrifice the desert. This will kill this guy and trigger Revolt. We'll then pay 1. We'll cast Fatal Push on Fairgrounds Warden. Snake enters the battlefield. He gains life, goes back to 25. Oketra can't block. We put counters on things. Like, I definitely, with the Snake back, I want to start going, you know, big and tall. So I'm going to take a, you know, the advantage to each turn just buff some of these dudes up. I mean, having a 4/3 Glint Sleeve Siphoner seems really good against, you know, a tokens deck like this. And again, I'm saving the land. I did not play a land that turn because I would rather cycle it. There may come a point where I need to play it, but I think that was the play that's going to allow us to at least have a fighting chance here. I mean, he can gain some life back. We have cartouches. There's a chance that we could end up gaining life back. But depending on how he swings here, we just may be lethal. What do you got, opponent? Oh, don't tell me you're wiping the board. Sarah Angel? What? What? Okay. Okay. So he takes 4. I mean, he can gain 4 here, but he takes 4. Why the Holy Relic? Talking about this? Is this the Holy Relic? What's the Holy Relic? What are we talking about? What the Holy Relic? Like she's in like a Planeswalker deck or something like that, which makes her still legal. But there's like so many different printings of the Angel, so. How's Climb Deck been going? You've been jazzed about the card for a bit now. Well, we are 3-0 right, or we're 3-1 right now, and we're in game 2 of match 5. So, yeah. I've got an encore for you guys though. I'm gonna play 1 game of Modern. This like crazy. You know what? Maybe I won't. It's kind of getting. It's 11 already. So maybe I'll actually just play you guys a Modern League with that KCI deck. But the problem is I can't play KCI and talk. If any of you guys have ever played KCI, you understand what I'm talking about. I can't play KCI and talk to the chat. So if I do play KCI, you guys may or may not like it. But that deck is sick. You was just wanting to say, what in tarnation, but with Holy Relic. I got you. What in tarnation? Oh, man, I thought... I'm sorry, guys. I thought I muted. I didn't mean to cough right in the mic. Oh, man, I hate when streamers do that. I try to mute. My bad. I do apologize for that. I just busted somebody's eardrums with a horrible throat noise. Yeah, I'll check on two-headed. We're waiting on the opponent right now. So we've got formats: Standard, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Commander, Pauper, and Momir Basic. In that. Formats for Scheduled are the same. Formats for queues are the same. Open Constructed Play formats are Planeswalker. So you can go Momir, Planeswalker, Pauper, Commander, Commander 1v1, Vintage, Legacy, Standard, and then there's Freeform, Vanguard, and Planes Chase. You can go Solitaire, you can go one-on-one, or free for all, 3 on 3 to 4 players. So those are your formats. I'll go back and check some more. Well, he still ain't done. Okay. So match options, you can go 1 win, 2 wins, 25, 40 minute, or 60 minute clock. Constructed play, yeah. This is all your draft formats, like for limited. Like Like you've got 2 Hour of Devastation, 1 Amonkhet. You got 2 Rivals of Ixalan and 1 Ixalan. You've got a Standard Gauntlet. You've got double Ixalan, or sorry, you've got sealed with 2 Ixalan, 4 Rivals. So there's a lot of different options here. And then what is the A25 times 3? Is that Masters 25 X3 for a draft? And then you've got A25 X3 for a sealed. And then I don't exactly know what CO4 stands for, but that's going to be another type of draft. So you guys will have to let me know what CO4 is. Okay, it's Modern Cube. That's a Phantom single elimination draft, so you don't get to play with it's Cube. It's Cube Season 4, I think. So, yeah. Those are your options. Ooh, we're going into the next game. We got there. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do we change anything? I think we're still good. That Oketra makes me really... All right, so on the draw, is Brontodon better than Verdurus? I don't know. I think I'm taking out a Servant. Servant feels weak, but yet on certain plays, like you just drop it on 2 and, you know, yeah. Would have saved me some heartache. What? The ears are bleeding. I'm sorry, guys. Dang it, you didn't want to believe Val. Lampy couldn't take that sneeze. Could have been. Lampy couldn't have took that. My bad, guys. I normally hit the mute button. Like, normally I just press mute and we go from there. Oh, 1 mana. Don't do it to us, opponent. Don't. Oh, deck. Not like this. Oh. Alright. Alright. This does not work well against the Danto Vanguard. I think we're going to need it. Okay. Hey, turn 1 authority. That works. Let's get rid of this upkeep. Okay, here we go. Opponent rage scooped. He did. He did. Well, now that my heart's crushed, you're headed to bed. What? Come on, Rush. You gotta see what's in the chest. We're gonna open a chest. We at least get 1. I don't know if this is the right call or not, but I think we need to get to drawing as quick as possible, and I don't think Glensleeve Siphoner is going to be swinging for long. It will not be long before this deck that is refusing to play his cards drops his Oketra's Monument. So I want to get down Glensleeve now, and I want to draw as many cards as I can and play, like, say, Servant next turn and try to get into Brontodon, not next turn, but the turn after that. So, yeah. You want to, but your eyes sunk in. Hey, you take care of yourself, Rush. We'll see you later, buddy. See, I told you he had that Monument. So he's gonna dump his hand hard on us next turn. So we need to hit land that ain't tapped, and we need to pop that Oketra's Monument ASAP. All right. I mean, his deck's full of a bunch of cheap dudes, and they just got a lot cheaper. So I don't know. It's not that. I mean, Sarah Angel's not that cheap. Even I'm yawning now, Rush. Man, we don't need to talk about bed. It ain't time yet. Still got to finish this game. Still got to finish this game. Night all. And salutes. Indoors. Oh, you're a driver? Okay. That's a lot of driving, dude. That is a lot of driving. Right? Beware the Sarah Angel. Beware the Fairgrounds Warden, going to keep me from drawing cards. Oh, you fairgrounds. Alright. So I can get that back. Thought I could. This is such a bad play. Oh, this is so bad. I mean, he's only got one card in hand, though, so it may not be that bad of a play, but we're going to do it anyway. Yeah. We'll just let this go. Pass the turn. Here we go. Let me know if that gets too loud, guys. Okay, well, let's go to end phase, and now we're gonna shoot this guy. We're gonna pay 1 black. We're gonna cast on this guy. He'll gain another life, of course, but this turns off Oketra. Now, we don't have long to get something to happen with Oketra here, but this will turn off Oketra, and then that'll allow us to draw 2 cards next turn, and hopefully, just hopefully, we can get somewhere. So, definitely going to draw a card. Alright, so we get Haship Oasis, which means that we can go green, green, and Brontodon, and we're going to get rid of that thing. Unfortunately, we just have to do it this way, and I can't untap, otherwise it'll put stuff on the stack, and that will not be good for us. Now, I can't attack because his first striker can block, and it would kill me before I even got to kill him. So, yeah. Oh, we get a land, we win? Maybe. Like, we might be able to actually catch up on this. The vigilance is what's bothering me. The double strike's not great either. So, I'll put it on, maybe I should have put it here so I could have blocked the first strikers. Yeah, I think I should have. I can just kill this and turn off Oketra. He has to draw a non-land. I can't even swing with it. Come on, land. Worst case scenario, next turn I go Haship Oasis, pump, swing. Wow. Alright, so he just makes it do with Oketra. Alright, so we'll block Oketra. can't draw a card. That's brash. Hydra. I mean, maybe I should have pumped, but we're just dead here, guys. That's it. That is it. Ah, looks like we 3-2'd. Like normal, like it's like 3-2 all the time, all day, every day. Like you gotta grind with a deck and get really good with a deck. Like I played most of my decks blind. We still 3-2 most of them, so yeah. Well, it's gonna be a good game. Good game, opponent. Appreciate it. Thanks for giving us an idea about this Catcher's Monument deck. Yeah. Hey, playing for free, I'm okay with that. We paid 120 play points to get in this match. We get 120 play points back, plus whatever is in this. So, let's find out. Sealed product. Here we go. You guys ready? Bam! What do we get? From the ashes, destroy all non-basic lands. For each land destroyed this way, its controller may search his or her library for a basic land card and put that on the battlefield. Then each player who searches his or her library this way shuffles it. Is that like Scape Ship? That sounds like Scape Ship. Only all non-basics. It seems kind of weird. Alright, and then we've got aerial modification. Enchant creature or vehicle, as long as it's enchanted permanent is a vehicle. It's a creature in addition to its other types. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. And then, of course, Watchers of the Dead. You may exile Watchers of the Dead. Each opponent chooses 2 cards from his or her graveyard and exiles the rest. Hey, it ain't bad. It was a pretty good night overall. I like the deck. I didn't build it. No, I just pulled it. Net decked it like like always. Like we find a deck that we need to play that someone top 8'd with. Who am I to think that I can out? Well, I mean, maybe, but in general purposes, I'm not going to try to outbuild people who have taken a tried and true deck to a tournament. So we'll just play the tried and true. Net decking at its greatest. I know some people are like net deckers are horrible, but that's streaming tomorrow. So you're asking me if I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm asking you, did you subscribe? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Between 8 and 9 Central Time. Probably going to try to come up at 8, but like tonight, tacos weren't ready till like 10 minutes after 8. So I just said, fine, we'll start at 8:30. We ate some tacos, and yeah, here I am. We went 3-2. That's a good night, man. Homemade tacos and 3-2. Like, played some free Magic, hung out with some friends. That's what I'm talking about. Like, life is good, right? Right? I'm glad it was good because I spent all day dealing with a bunch of other stuff that was not quite so good. But anyway, guys, let me turn this music down for just a moment. All right. What do you guys really think about this deck? Ending with a with a real sexy stream boss. He's I don't know what he looks like, but Justin, you held that one all the way through the stream. We didn't get any sponsors or donations on that one, so nice. Well, kind of, but nice that you held stream boss. So the boss is going strong, guys. We'll see what happens in a future streams. Right? Either way. You spent your afternoon at the vet with your dogs. Oh my goodness. So there's a couple dogs that like somebody dropped off here, and I don't have the heart to get rid of them or the money to take and have them all euthanized. And they're not they're skinny and bony, so I've been feeding them and stuff. And my dog came outside and like basically adopted these other dogs, and my dog was outside, and I was like, well, she's been good hanging out here with these dogs. She's been good, so we'll just let her stay. Well, I go to town to do some stuff in town, and my brother calls me, and he's like, yeah, Layla's got a big gash in her forehead, and her ears all cut up and everything, and she's got a spot on her back leg. she had been attacked. Not by any of these dogs here. They're all pups, but apparently they all went somewhere, and Layla got attacked. So now my dog's got a big gash in her head, and we've had to, you know, doctor that and stuff. And it's horrible, horrible. I mean, I had that dog for almost 10 years now, and it's like, well, she was born December 1st, 2010, so like 7 years, 8 years. But yeah, it's horrible to think of, you know, an animal that you love so much that is just not safe at your home. And that's not cool. That is not cool. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing but woods around here. I don't know what she could have got into, but we come home and our dog was all messed up. So we've got her in the house. We're babying her up, but hey, I've seen dogs get a lot worse when we used to have a buddy who actually had a lot of hunting dogs, boar hunting dogs, and you're talking about like boar hunting. You got pit bulls that are boar hunting. You gotta put vests on them and stuff, Kevlar vests, so that the boars don't just like tusk your dogs. And man, sometimes those dogs would get they would get tore up. Yeah, the pups are okay. Like somebody dropped these pups off. Like we got pups with no mom, but the pups are fine. They're of age to be weaned. But yeah, we ended up with some pups, and now my dog's all beat up, and you know the pups are running around outside. They're fine. So I guess we just gotta nurse her back to health. But the poor thing, like she's just looking at me like, why'd you leave me outside? Well, I thought you were fine. I thought you wanted to be outside. Either way, guys, yeah, it's yeah, that was how my day went, right? I hope you guys had a better day than I did. Either way, you all stay safe, sleep tight. Remember, if you want to play any of these decks, you can just sign up for manatraders. SideboardMTG 15 saves you 15% on your first 3 months. And yeah, Val said her poor fur baby. She's got a week of being sore, but she'll be okay. Yeah. I mean, I've seen dogs get hurt a lot worse in hunting. Hunting dogs get tore up pretty bad, and she's not that bad. So, but anyway, but yeah, she's got Val in there babying her up, doctoring her up, so she'll be all right. But yeah, it's you gotta watch out, right? Sign up for manatraders if you want to play this deck or any other deck. If you want to catch me live, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button. If you want to help support the channel, there's a number of ways you can do it, all of which are in the description box below. They include everything from donating right here, sponsoring the stream right here, or actually on Patreon. If you wanna support over on Patreon, you can do that. I will continue to put out content, so if you guys want to help support the channel, you can. Your money will be greatly appreciated, and it does help support the channel and help keeping me right here, and so that I play Magic. Wow, that brings up something else. Have you noticed all the Magic streamers on YouTube switching to Twitch? We're losing our streamers. Taryn from MTGO, he's on Twitch now. He's also not live streaming on the daily, which means there's not, like, that was a big hit. Like, we lost one of our big live streamers that just played, you know, random decks and like cool decks that people wanted to check out. We lost Taryn. He's going over to MTGO, but hey, much love to Taryn. I mean, he's gonna spend a little bit more time on like, you know, higher production, higher quality videos, more editing and things like that. And when he was talking about it, you could tell that he has a lot of fun and stuff like that. So if Taryn's going to go have more fun, then more power to him. But you know, as a YouTuber, we kind of lost one of our YouTube personalities, man. I mean, he's still here. He's still putting videos on his YouTube channel. The YouTube channel's not going anywhere. But as far as his live streams go, I think that those are going to be moving to Twitch, and he's cutting down on a lot of them. So Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, a guy that I'd been following for a long time, his content is like, he's moving it to Twitch. He's playing a lot more arena, so we're not getting to see, you know, more standard out of that. And you know, that's just kind of leaves, like, I mean, there's a bunch of other people that play, but it feels like I'm alone now, right? But you know what, guys? I've already said it. What you guys got, that's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna keep playing all the decks I possibly can. I am going to stick to playing Magic the Gathering. I said it, and Dev might get on to me. He's like, don't steal that from me. But Dev says, we like Magic, you know, right at the beginning of his videos. Well, here we play Magic, and I'm not getting off of that. I'm not going to stop playing Magic. Even if I start adding other content, we're not going to stop playing Magic. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see Magic played. I can't promise you I'm the best Magic player, but I do try to point out interactions. Even if I make the wrong one, I will tell you how to, like, what the other interaction was. I normally notice those around the time that I've already clicked a button. All right. Anyway, hope you we play Magic. Well, it's kind of stealing from Dev. Dev starts all of his videos as, "Hey, we like Magic." You know, the Dev from the place, he likes Magic. Well, we play Magic, and that's kind of what it was. He would build Magic, and then I would play it. So, yeah. I mean, I don't want to make that my slogan or anything. It's my channel is all things standard. So anything that has to do with the standard format, I'd like to cover that. Something I do want to start doing here in the next week or so is I'm going to start doing my set reviews. We're going to start with, you know, the different colors, and I'm just basically going to bring those up. And I'm just going to live stream set reviews. We're going to pull up the spoilers. I'm just going to kind of go through them, and we'll talk about them. If somebody wants to throw something in chat or something like that, you want to talk about these, have open discussions on some of these cards, we can. Might do that live with a couple other members of, you know, our normal coffee time group or something like that. If I can get Zaxadillo or For the Horde or somebody like that in our Discord or something, we'll talk about you know, the sets and talk about the cards and stuff. So you guys look out for that. I do feel that that's something I need to cover because it is standard, but overall, I hope you guys enjoyed Sultai Climb. It was a lot of fun. Remember, you can rent it on manatraders. You can get it in paper from manatraders. Use SideboardMTG 15 when you sign up. I hate that I'm putting the pitch in so many more times, but because YouTube cuts off the first 30 minutes of my video, I kind of have to. Yeah. Don't worry, the videos that are getting cut off, they will be back on after the video is like 3 days old, like YouTube's review policy or something. Anything over 2 hours, like you only get the last 2 hours. So, yeah. Either way, guys, I hope you had a lot of fun. I know that I had fun. This deck was a lot of fun. It was. It's got some bad matchups. Make sure you watch out for those if you decide to play this. You know your meta. If you know you got a meta that is just full of blue-black control players, you need to stay away from this deck. This is not the deck for you if you're running a whole bunch of blue-black control players. I don't know what to tell you about blue-black control. If you're playing against blue-black control, you might actually just want to play blue-red GPG. That deck seemed to do really well. But either way, we'll see you next time. SideboardMTG. Stick around for the credits, and we'll see you.